As you know, I don't exactly do monthly TBRs, I do seasonal, and spring has already begun, but now that the readathon I was doing, Sherlockathon, has ended, I'm looking for new books to read. I have a bunch of books that I own that I haven't read yet, so I decided to do something special. I saw a booktuber by the name of Isabel do a video where she gets books she hasn't read yet and she puts them in front of her dog, and whichever book her dog touches or even accidentally brushes against, that's the book she's gonna read for that month. And I was inspired by that, so all the credit for this idea goes to her. As I've made very obvious, I have a little dog of my own, a very adorable dog. His name is Sam, and I will take any excuse to put him in a video, so that's what we're doing today. Here I have my TBR basket, which has little pieces of paper where I wrote all the names of the books I own, my physical TBR, all the books I have that I haven't read yet. And I'm not going to be picking that many books, but I'm going to reach into the basket and take out a random piece of paper and find that book, and then I'll put those books, all of them that I get, in front of Sam, and he'll pick between them. So I'm just kind of putting my own spin on the idea. And I'm just shuffling around all the papers. The Fifth Wave in tiny writing. That's a book I haven't read yet, surprisingly. I watched the movie, but I haven't read the book. So there's the first pick. Next, Tom Sawyer, a classic, which I have read and wanted to reread apparently if I put it in here. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, that's another pick. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, that's a book that I hauled back in fall, I think. I've been really excited to read this one. It's the one that's like The Fault in Our Stars. The Mystery on Black Rock Island by Robert Sutherland. That is this book. Robert Sutherland is an author I love. I bought this book way back in March. Yes, so not really way back, that was literally a few days ago, but March. The Secret Invasion, that is a non-fiction book I have. That's this book. It's a Christian non-fiction book similar to God's Smuggler, about a group of evangelists going to give Bibles to a place where Bibles are not allowed. Rennie the Rescuer, that is a book about a dog and is by the same author as Bambi. I'll bring it out. Rennie the Rescuer. Maybe Sam will pick this if he sees a dog on the cover. Wind in the Willows, a classic I have not read once. Here it is. I love the concept. It's always interested me, which is why I picked it up one day, but I haven't gotten around to it. I've picked 7 books so far. I think I will pick 3 more to make it... Wait. I'll pick 2 more to make it 9, so then I'll show Sam the books in rows of 3. Read something by the author Michael Grant, or as it just says on the paper, author Michael Grant. I have 3 of his books in a series, Gone, Hunger and Lies. I've only read Gone, even though I own 3 books. I have this thing with needing to own the whole series before I can actually start reading it, which is dumb, so I'll just take the second book here as one of the options. Island of the Blue Dolphins. That is one of my favorite classic books of all time, but I haven't read it in a while, so I put it in here. Here it is. I read this way back in middle school, and then I found it years later and bought it, so I'm excited to see if I can reread this for my spring TBR. Ta-da! Here are all the books I have, all 9 of them. I'm gonna get Sam to pick between them.
Hello, Sam. Hello, come on.
Oh! He touched the middle one, I think. Right here? Sam, that's the middle one? Okay. What do you think of this? Huh? Oh, he touched this one! Good job, Sam! Good job! Final set. Sam, are you interested? Look at this. Sam touched one of them. Help, Sam, help. Oh! Whoa! I guess this one. Sam, you like this one? Okay, yep, that's what we're picking. Good job! Good job! You've been so much help. Okay, bye. Hi, I'm back. These are the results. I looked back over the footage. and I thought that he had picked this, but Sam actually picked the one in the middle and then touched the other book, so I'm just gonna take both of them, and then The Wind in the Willows and The Fifth Wave. So I know what you may be thinking, it's 4 books, how am I gonna read only 4 books in April and May? I'm gonna be pretty busy in those 2 months, and I usually tend to like shift away from my initial TBR a lot because I'm a bit of a mood reader. So this is gonna be my main TBR. This is what I'm gonna intend to read, and if I pick up another book, if I buy another book, then I'll just add that. Usually I would say, oh, I might get a library book and read that as well, but library is closed indefinitely for reasons that we all know why. But this is my main spring TBR, and I can't wait to read all these. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.